welcome you to Beckley. Tonight, Video Productions presents exciting girls basketball from the capital city in Charleston. Come the Cougars of Capital at 5-2, taking on the Lady Flying Eagles from Beckley. They are 2-6. The Lady Flying Eagles have lost 4 in a row. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, and Eric, a big challenge for Beckley to try to snap this 4-game losing streak, number one, against a very good Capital team who's already beaten Beckley earlier in the year by 18. But not just that, Beckley will be shorthanded by not having a couple of players, including Latasha Creasy and also Maddie Belcher that we know of, and there may be a couple other girls that they may not have. We also know that Adriana Law is not available tonight for Beckley as well.
Yeah, this is a Beckley team going in the opposite direction right now of the Capital Cougars, and coming in shorthanded is a tall task, but it's also a time for the young ladies that are on the bench to step up and try to make a mark on this team.
You know, you hear the term on almost in every level in every sport, next man up. I guess in this case, next girl or next woman up. And, you know, and we say this all the time in all the games we do, Eric, you want to win as many games as you can, but it's really where you are at the end of the season, not where you are now. So all this is just like you're preparing yourself for the postseason, and this is a big challenge for these Beckley girls.
Yeah, and this is a team that Beckley had to battle a couple years ago just to get to the state tournament. So, you know, a lot of the coaches know one another. They know they play similar styles. So this is a good stern test, you know, for a young Beckley team. And this is a chance to grow and like as I stated earlier, to see what the young people, young ladies can do. And I'm sure that the coaching staff, Brian Neighbors and Jean and Mr. Henry are up to the task, so we'll see how it plays out tonight.
As I mentioned earlier, the two teams played a previous game that was played down at the capital city in Charleston. That game was played back on December 28th. Beckley won that game 68-50. But when I look at this Capital team, of their 2 losses, they lost to the current number 1, and you and I have both seen the girls team of Huntington, and we both agree that we feel they are right now the best basketball team barring any class in the state of West Virginia. Huntington beat Capital 67-47, and Capital's only other loss is to Belfry, Kentucky, by the score of by the score of 66-65. So actually that was to Boyd County, Kentucky. So an out-of-state team by 1 point, and the number 1 overall girls basketball team in the state of West Virginia.
Which was pretty impressive, because that Huntington team, top to bottom, probably the best point guard that I've witnessed in the state. And they have bigs, and if Capital, and no moral victories, but if they were to stay within 20 points of that team, they have some firepower as well.
So it's a big challenge for the Lady Flying Eagles. We'll see how it all unfolds. We'll have the game for you here at the bottom of the hour. We'll take our first pregame break as you are watching live streaming coverage of this Beckley girls basketball game here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
We welcome you back to Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. At the bottom of the hour, we'll have this girls basketball game streaming live here on Video Productions. Capital 5-2 against Beckley 2-6. Beckley trying to break a 4-game losing streak. But Eric, before we talk a little basketball, first of all, want to congratulate you and your lovely wife Regina. Both of y'all just recently turned 50 years old. In fact, you turned 50, I guess technically yesterday, and we had a great job, I had a great time rather. Wasn't a job, a great time in celebrating your and Regina's 50th birthday on Saturday. So happy birthday to you and Regina.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't feel a day over 49.
Well, you know what? Somebody saw me today, and they thought I was in my 40s, and I'm going to be 60 in August, and I appreciate that. I don't know if they've been drinking already, but if they thought I was in my 40s, I most definitely would take that. And also want to congratulate your son Peyton, who I'm very close to, being accepted into WVU, and just talk briefly a little bit about what Peyton's involved, because he was a former athlete here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson.
Yes. He's already applied for his post-grad. He's getting his undergrad degree from Marshall University in exercise science, health sciences, or whatever, and he wants to go to physical therapy school. So he applied for 4 physical therapy programs at High Point, North Carolina, Marshall University, WVU, and Ohio State. And 3 out of the 4 have already accepted him, that being WVU, Marshall, and High Point, and he's still waiting to hear back from Ohio State. So.
And you know I've known your son Peyton for a long time, and I would tease him all the time. I say he's almost as smart as me. I think he's done passed me up with all that. Yeah,
a little bit, and I'm we as a family are extremely proud of him. You know, that's top to bottom. That's grandparents,
right?
You know, mom, dad, aunt, sister, and uncles. You know,
and me,
so
I'm like a
and your extended family.
I'm like a surrogate.
Yes, you
uncle
definitely
to Peyton.
are.
So
definitely
anyway,
are.
congratulate Peyton Thomas, and like I said, Peyton had a nice football career, and he played a little basketball here as well when he attended Beckley. But now back on the basketball court, and Eric, just put your coaching hat on for a minute. If you're Coach Brian Neighbors, and you know that you're not going to have Creasy, you know you're not going to have Belcher, and you know you're not going to have Law, and it's a game-time decision whether Zokowski will be available. So you've got to be able to find a way to maybe slow this Capital team down, because Capital has 4 players averaging double figures, and one of them comes off the bench. Their second leading scorer at 15 a game for Capital doesn't even start. Yeah,
and the thing I think, Coach, that's going to be a challenge for the Lady Flying Eagles is their primary ball handler right now, of course, is Abby Dillon. So you can expect the Capital to really try to pressure and get the ball out of her hand. So everyone else, the younger ladies that are going to help out during the press or whatever, cannot afford to turn the ball over. So, and that's one way to slow down Capital, is to protect the basketball and run your sets during a possession. That's a lot easier said than done. It's easy for me to say that sitting here, but if they can do that, I think they'll be able to be competitive in this game.
And one other thing, Eric, I think you'll agree, being as shorthanded as Coach Neighbors will be tonight, they may not want to push the ball as fast. The tempo, they may want to slow it down, because you got to think, obviously 4 quarters, 2 halves.
Yeah, and a lot of coaches just don't want to, let the game dictate their style. But I think this coaching staff, I know him really well, and I think he has a game plan, Coach, that being Coach Neighbors, and sometimes you got to let your personnel dictate how you coach.
And that's right. And one thing we might see out of Beckley, because they are shorthanded, rather than playing the usual man-to-man up in your grill, we might see a lot of zone out of Beckley tonight.
And that's extremely important right there, because you're already shorthanded and short on the bench, and I don't mean stature-wise, just as far as people,
number
personnel.
Of players, right.
And you need to stay out of foul trouble. You can't play that up tempo, and that's the way to protect some defensive deficiencies if you zone a little bit.
Both teams continue to go through their warm-up. We'll go ahead and take our second pregame break. Come back and get you ready for the tip at the bottom of the hour. It is 5-2 Capital against 2-6 Beckley. You're watching live streaming coverage of Beckley Lady Basketball here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Bolin right beside me, producing and directing. And we're glad to say that the heavy hitter, the cameraman, security, I feel safer when I walked in the building, Mr. Nick Eskins is among us. And, Eric, it's good to have him back after he was under the weather for a little bit.
Yeah, we got a good crew. You know, I love working with these young men. They're teaching us a lot about technology, especially you. I know you don't know much about.
I don't know nothing about nothing, but I know a little bit about bit about basketball, a little bit.
Yeah. So it's been a good experience, and I'm just proud to say I'm working with these guys.
Well, I second that. I'm just proud that I say that I work with AB, Andrew Bolin, and my main man, Nick Eskins, and both of these young men. You know, Eric, they were our crew back in football season, and what a year we had covering, you know, the area teams, and now we've been on basketball together and looking forward to do many more games. And just I'm very, very blessed to work with you and the crew that we have here.
Yeah, I'm definitely sorry I had to miss a couple Saturday, and the whole time I was paying, I had my phone on, I was watching, paying attention, but, you know, just some circumstances.
Well, but you know, now Eric has, and speaking of that, now we're here into the second week of January. We've changed, of course, the calendar to 2022, and still it's all about March. But I think, when do you think teams really need to start gearing up to make that final run? I mean, obviously you want to win as many games as you can, and I guess maybe it's never too early, but you never want to peak out early, like playing great in January and then maybe falter in February. I guess you want to just like be building toward the end of the season and get ready to go into postseason.
Yeah, and what you're explaining is you want it to be a crescendo. You don't want to start, especially in January, coming in. You want to build something, and of course you want to play well and you want to win, but you want to have your guys crisp by February, and then working towards, you know, your sectionals and then your regionals. And if you ask any coach, you want to be playing your best basketball in February and have it roll over into March.
That was a real big word you used. I'm not sure I know what that means, a crescendo. You might have to explain that to me. I'm sure our viewing audience understands it, but you got to remember you're working with a very simple person here.
Yeah, that Concord, you know, the Concord College. See, I went there when it was a university.
Yeah, you're showing that you got university skills. I just have college skills. Beckley back out of their locker room. Capital continuing to warm up, and as soon as we get ready to have the national anthem, we'll break for our final pregame commercials as Coach Brian Neighbors and his staff making their way out on the floor. And I had a nice chat, too, with Capital Coach Michael Cunningham. What a really nice guy. And I remember him, Eric, too, from back, you know, in my radio days. And he's put together quite a team here with Capital.
Yeah, these guys both have come in. Capital have, you know, a couple of coaches and had a few lean years, but they expect fully to always be at the state tournament. You know, they have a load of talent, and he's a great coach and a better person.
Of course, Beckley will be wearing the home white uniforms, trimmed in maroon and gray. Capital, the traveling royal blue in white and gray. Of course, as we mentioned, Capital is 5-2. Beckley 2-6. Beckley trying to stop the bleeding, Eric. Beckley has lost 4 in a row, and, of course, against quality teams. And their latest loss was Saturday when they lost to University over at the Raleigh County Convention Center.
Yeah, that was a tough game. They didn't shoot well, in the first half, turned the ball over a lot, and then it just snowballed in that second half, and they didn't have much, gas in the tank to keep up with University.
You're right. It was 18-16 at halftime, and in the second half, the game got away from them. But it looks like we're going to have the national anthem, so we'll take our final pregame break. We'll come back and get ready to put the ball in the air between Capital, who is 5-2, Beckley 2-6, trying to break a 4-game losing streak. You're watching live streaming coverage of this girls' basketball action here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Powersports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Powersports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Powersports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional.
And we welcome you back to Beckley as we get ready for this game. Capital 5-2, Beckley 2-6. And Eric, it's time for our Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half. And keys to the first half are brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go out and see the gang over there. Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, John Fornash, and they'll hook you up with the keys to the vehicle that will best fit your budget. So, Eric, your Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half.
If you're the Lady Flying Eagles, protect Abby Dillon. And what I mean by that, we need to help. We need to have some screens, help her out, because it's going to be some tremendous pressure from the Capital Cougars.
Taking a look at Capital's starting lineup, it'll be Kara Brown. She's a junior. She averages 15 a game. Now, Tyler Boxley averages also 15, but she won't start. She'll come off the bench. Kaylee Bulger is into the starting lineup. Natalia Sales averages 13 a game. Skylar Bishop is in the starting lineup, and Maya Toombs at 10 a game. So they have 4 double-figure scorers, Eric, and 3 start and 1 comes off the bench.
And that speaks to what? Balance. Anytime you have balance on any level of basketball, anyone can hurt you from any part of the floor, and that's a good problem to have.
And back in the day, the late John Havlicek, the late great John Havlicek for the Celtics always used to say, it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes the game. And there for a moment in his career of those great 60, 70 teams of Boston, him and Don Nelson would trade off who would start and who would come off the bench. And like I said, when you can turn to somebody who's averaging 15 a game and they come off the bench, they can really give your team a plug.
Well, on that level of basketball, that's why they give out the 6th Man of the Year award, because everyone's good once you get to the NBA, so you got to learn your role. And some people that come off the bench play just as many minutes as the starters.
So for Beckley, let's see who they will have. They'll have Bella Staples will be out there, and also starting for Beckley will be Josie Cross. Of course, Abby Dillon will be out there. Sarah Hopkins and Olivia Zokowski will start. So this is the one and only jump ball that we have that will start the game. It'll be Sales in the center circle. More than likely it'll be Zokowski when Beckley breaks the huddle. They're getting their final instructions from head coach Brian Neighbors.
Right now, this young team, we don't talk about it as much now because a lot of people, start freshmen, but the freshmen for Beckley are going to really they're growing. They've been thrown to the fire, and it's just going to make them better, come tournament time.
So ball in the air, and we're underway from Beckley, and the tip is controlled by Capital going to the basket to my left. And let's see, Beckley looks like they are going to start in a zone, and that's kind of what we thought they would do, Eric.
And that's smart. That's smart coaching. And a lot of teams, they probably expected the man, and some people can't run a lot of offense against zones.
Well, one thing is giving Beckley themselves a lot of trouble in this 4-game losing streak. They've made Beckley's offense start out a little toward half court, where Capital is starting their offense now.
Yeah, and any time you start that far away, you're going to induce them into shooting a jump shot.
Yeah, and maybe not the jump shot that you want, perhaps a bad shot. There's a drive on the baseline, and it's an air ball. And there's another thing, too. Beckley has got to be able to get the rebound, as we have a held ball, and the possession will go to Beckley.
Yeah, and Capital got 2 shots at it right there. And the one thing you don't want to do if you're Beckley is play tremendous defense, for a minute and then give up 2 shots and the next rebound.
So it looks like Capital's going to play a zone as well. Looks like it's going to be a 1-3-1 as they extend their defense. And Beckley turns it over on their first possession.
And the thing is, with the zone, Mayor, as much basketball as a lot of all these teams, boys, girls play, the bounce pass is your friend. They need to realize that, because it's easier to get your hand up than down in a passing lane, when you're making a bounce pass.
You got hands and feet. I like that. Hands and feet to deal with in basketball.
There's that Concord College degree coming back out, right?
There's a 15-footer head of the lane, no good. That shot was put up by Sales, and here's Beckley trying to break the seal. No one scored yet. Dillon will dial it up from 3. That's no good. Nice job on the offensive board that time by Beckley, but not able to maintain the possession. Sarah Hopkins with that rebound, and Capital turns it over back on the other end.
And that'll be Capital's second turnover, and that was a good open look by Abby Dillon. That's the shot you want. More times than not, she will knock that down.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes into the game, and we don't have any points yet, and you can see Capital extending that 1-3-1 zone. And, Eric, I think this is one of the most effective zones as Beckley turns it over again.
It is. If you have some length and the trigger man up front, the key to the 1-3-1 is the very top and your baseline, because the baseline is running free, and it has to be a very athletic person to cover corner to corner. But if you can get the person up top to turn the offensive player a certain way, it's very effective.
And as much basketball as you and I watch, that's why Syracuse has been very effective over the years. Jim Boeheim running that 1-3-1 zone, on the college level.
Yeah, and it's hard to match up, especially if you don't have shooters, as Capital misses another. They're starting 0 for 4 from the field.
Toombs had a good look. She couldn't get it to go. Can Zokowski break the seal? She cannot. So we're 2.5 minutes into the game. Neither team has scored. Both teams, though, Eric, you would agree, they've had some good looks, just not able to knock it down.
Hey, not mad at it. None of the shots that have been taken, but it's just a little seal on the basket here in the Flying Eagle Gymnasium.
So Beckley will keep the possession. Abby Dillon to put it in play on her own basket. Zokowski thought about the 3, a nice play. Can she get the roll? She cannot. It was a nice, good look, soft touch. The ball just hung on the iron. It wouldn't go.
And that's where Capital's best in this transition.
And the first bucket of the game is by Bulger. So we were almost 3 minutes into this first quarter before somebody scored. Nice pass inside. Zokowski catch, shoot. She can't finish.
Cross with a good rebound.
Cross, a great rebound, and she couldn't finish, and we have our first foul of the game. And I think it's going to be a Beckley foul.
Yeah, they've had makeable shots, the Flying Eagles. They're 0 for 5, 0 for 3 from 2, and 0 for 2 from 3. So they've had good looks, though.
They've had real good looks, and they couldn't get it to go down.
But the pace of the game right now, I think, is in the Flying Eagles' favor.
Here's a 3, head of the lane, no good. Bella Staples able to clear the rebound for the Lady Flying Eagles. Beckley wanted to push a little bit. Nice entry pass. It's knocked out of bounds. It's not knocked out, but it's saved right into the hands of Cross, and she throws it away. Capital racing down the floor, taking it to the basket, puts up the shot, no good, and getting to the line will be Sales. She's a senior. She averages 13 a game, and she has the only 2 points of the game thus far, and Sales will shoot 2 free throws and try to add to Capital's lead.
Yeah, that's going to be whistled on Cross, I think, yes.
Free throw is no good. And Beckley will dip into its bench. And checking into the lineup will be Maya Wooten. Wooten, a 5'3" freshman. Sale shoots the back end of the two-shot opportunity. She makes one of two. And back the other way come the Lady Flying Eagles. Nice cut to the basket. Staples, a double teamer, and a good power move to the basket by Bella Staples, and she'll get to the line to shoot.
Yeah, that was a good cut and a great find on offense right there. When and Bella gets almost the hoop, but definitely the harm, and gets to the free throw line.
So, here's another thing, too, Eric, as Beckley, and as I mentioned earlier, as the first free throw by Bella Staples is good, Beckley was struggle scoring the other night when they played University at the Raleigh County Convention Center, and you got to find a way to get points. And should it be the route of the free throw, that's points as well. And Bella Staples able to knock down the first one, but she misses the second one. So 1 of 2 at the line of Staples. Beckley making Capital work in this zone. Here's a 3 straight away. Dials it up from downtown. A 3 ball from Bishop.
Yeah, Skylar Bishop catches a nice catch, step in and shoot, and drains it.
And Beckley turns it over. So Capital applying the defense as we watch this instant replay, this 3 ball by Bishop.
Yeah, great ball movement here. And as they find Bishop at the top of the key, and she was ready to fire it and knocks it down.
On the Little General instant replay, and Eric, we talked about it all the time in all the boys' games and even other girls' games we've done. You got 3-point shooters out there. You cannot give them that kind of space. And she was open at the head of the lane.
Yeah.
Here's a nice cut. Here's a 15-footer on the left elbow. Good.
Capital starting
and Beckley
to heat
needs
up.
a timeout as Maya Toombs hits the 15-footer, 30-second timeout. So definitely a good timeout for Beckley as Capital's off to a good start after missing their first few shots.
Yeah,
they've heated up here in this last couple possessions.
Yeah, and Toombs comes in averaging 10 points a game, and the scary part about this, if you're Beckley, you're down 8-1, and they've yet to bring one of their leading scorers in to the basketball game. So that's a good problem to have, as I stated earlier, if you're Capital.
So Beckley, I think, maybe has to be, perhaps, Eric, a little bit more patient on offense, maybe work the ball a little more, maybe trying to find an open look in the zone. And really, they found some open looks earlier, just not able to knock them down.
Yeah, exactly. The first 3 minutes of the game was to Coach Neighbors' liking. Even if they were missing shots, they were actually getting good shots, but getting back in transition and really stopping Capital's transition. But a couple of key turnovers early has let Capital get out and running on them a little bit.
And out of the timeout, it looks like Capital might extend full court pressure. It'll be Beckley's ball, and Capital is going to go full court, and they're going to try to speed Beckley up.
Yeah, and this is where I think like Zakowski, some of the bigs are going to have to be able to try to help to getting the ball up, because they're going to definitely try to get it out of Abby's hands. But she does a good job of handling the pressure early.
So Capital now, let's see, they're going to go man-to-man. They'll get out of that zone. And nice entry pass. Nice job by Cross to finish.
Great out of the timeout. As Cross catches and scores.
And what I liked about that, the hands on Cross, Josie Cross her big hand able to get up there, snatch it down, and able to readjust herself and finish the play.
Exactly. She gathered herself, didn't walk, and got it up before the defender was able to get to her.
Here's a baseline. Thought for a minute it's going to be a drive, but it's a pass, and a 3 ball on the other side is too strong. But there's what you can't have, Eric. When you force a 3 ball, you can't have the offensive rebound, as we watch this instant replay on Cross's bucket.
Yeah, great entry pass. I think that was Zakowski on the feed down low, and Cross makes a heck of a catch and sticks it back.
That's on the Chick-fil-A instant replay. Capital will get to the line. That'll be Toombs at the free throw line. And the first one is no good. So into the lineup now will be Boxley, as you mentioned, Eric. She's coming off the bench, averaging 15 a game, and the second free throw is no good. And Beckley able to corral the rebound.
And that was a big rebound off that miss, as Capital had their hands on it, and Abby in transition right here. I like
Little
this.
Floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Capital comes out of there with it. They whip the ball around. There's a drive to the basket into the lane. A floater too strong off the glass by Brown. And Zakowski comes out of there with the rebound for Beckley.
And Bella Staples did a great job of holding her position, not leaning in, and good entry pass into her here on offense.
And as you mentioned, Eric, that was a great entry pass by Cross and a bounce pass, and that was tremendous. If we can get this here on the replay, the Little General replay, watch this bounce pass by Cross.
And it was good, and it was right in the wheelhouse of the offensive player, Bella Staples, and good. She could catch and turn and draw the foul.
And that's just the way you teach it. That's a great play by Cross as Bella Staples knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Beckley now 2 of 3 at the line.
And Bella shot all 4 free throws, and that's what you need down low. And she has a good-looking free throw. She gets a good little bend and nice rotation on the ball.
And she got the shooter's roll.
And that's what the rotation does for you.
That's
right there.
So as you mentioned, 4 free throws taken by Bella Staples. She's made 3 of them. Here's a 3-ball back on the other end is no good by Bulger. And Wooten clears the rebound for Beckley.
And Wooten's very athletic. She's a top-notch soccer player, so she could give them as Abby drives.
Yeah, Dillon went hard to the basket. No, there's a lot of contact, no whistle. Ball's loose, and Capital comes out of there with it.
Boy, this is both teams are scrapping. You got to like this early.
And a nice drive to the basket, a nice finish by Kara Brown. You can see why Brown averages 15 a game. That was a nice silky move to get to the rim and finish.
Yeah, she gathered her body real well, too. I thought she was maybe too far under when she shot it, but she got it up and in.
Beckley sets the back screen. They get the ball down low. Bella Staples catch, shoot, can't finish. And once again, Cross does a good job trying to keep it alive as we watch the instant replay on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Yeah, as you can see on this replay.
Well, thought we had it.
Okay.
Our producer said we did, but that's okay. Now we do.
Okay, here we go. Like, she takes the extra dribble right here. It looked like she may have gotten too far under, but she was able to finish.
Yeah, able to split the defenders and finish right of the lane. And Beckley defense forces a turnover as Nelson is checked into the ball game for Beckley. Samala Nelson, a sophomore, and she's very athletic.
Yeah, very athletic. I mean, they have a lot of young players, as do a lot of people, but they're growing up fast.
Nice pass by Dillon, and Nelson wasn't ready for it, but that's the right play by Dillon. Nelson's got to be looking for it. There's contact. Wooten committed the foul. And the one thing about it, if you're going to make a foul, somebody going in for a layup, you got to make sure that they don't make the shot.
Yeah, and that was one thing to Wooten. She showed tremendous speed getting back just to, make them earn it at the free throw line.
Looked like a hockey check, right? She kind of like put her hip right into Maya Toombs. Toombs at the line. She'll shoot two. The first one is good.
Yeah, good looking stroke there, and that's Beckley's 4th team foul.
So Capital's 2 of 5 at the line. And Zokowski and Bella Staples will now have a seat. And Cross is back into the lineup, and also Sarah Hopkins back in as both free throws are made by Capital, and they've extended the lead now to 7. Here's a 3-ball by Hopkins, too strong. And there's a foul by Wooten. A little too aggressive that time. Wooten commits the foul, and that's the 15th foul, and that's the second personal foul on Maya Wooten.
Yeah, and I think Coach Neighbors does not want the defenders fouling that far away from the basket.
Well, right, because as soon as Wooten commits her second personal foul, he's got Zokowski right up to the scores table, so Wooten will probably come out on the next dead ball. Beckley now switching up. Looks like they're going man-to-man. Here's a 15-footer straight away. Back iron, no good. They battle for the rebound. Good hustle that time by Sales. She keeps the possession alive. Here's a 3 from the right corner, dialed up and reined in by Sales for Capital. Beckley breaking the pressure, or trying to, and now there's a blocking foul on the far side as we watch this 3-ball from the corner.
Yeah, Capital does a good job of getting a second chance, and she dials it up from deep, put it in the corner, and knocks it down.
So biggest lead of the game is right here. 10-point advantage, and as I mentioned, Wooten is out, Zokowski in.
Right here, this is, I think, Beckley really needs to try to run some offense and get a good look right here and try to keep within striking distance this quarter.
Nice pick and roll. Once again, Nelson wasn't aware of it, but there is Cross. Nelson, nice drive to the basket, and a nice finish by Nelson.
And nice interior passing by the Beckley.
Once again, Cross with another nice pass. Here's Capital, and there's an offensive foul. Good job by Sarah Hopkins to take that charge And now, Eric, with 13 seconds left in the quarter, you got to feel this is last shot time for Beckley.
Yeah, last shot time and good defense, forcing a charge, the offensive player control foul, and a chance to really cut back into this lead.
So here's Dillon. She's just going to maybe try to take the defender off the dribble, try to get the ball inside. Will Beckley get a shot off? They will not. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. At the end of one, your score is Capital 15, Beckley 7. You're watching live streaming coverage of girls basketball here on Video Productions.
This one's for everyone who spends the amount of time it would take to watch a movie, agreeing on which movie to watch. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome you back into Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Boland producing and directing. And the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is on camera. And Eric, the biggest lead of that first quarter was 10. The lead is 8 now, and Beckley will have the possession to start the second quarter as Bella Staples will put it in play.
Yeah, and Beckley, they did a good job of in their sets. They just need to make a few shots. They were 2 of 12 from the floor, so they're very fortunate just to be down 8.
And here's Dillon. Zokowski on the drive, gets to the rim, puts up the shot, can't get it to go, follows the miss, puts it back up. Boy, got a lid on it, and Staples finishes and does a great job, and Bella Staples will get to the line, Eric. She's already been there 4 times, and this will be free throw 5 and 6 coming up.
Yeah, and you know, they missed 3 shots, but it was good to see the work on the boards, you know, and they being very aggressive, and it's paying dividends for Bella Staples as she steps to the line. She's 3 or 4 on the night.
And the first free throw was no good, but, you know, a good job by Zokowski. And even in that first quarter, she's had 2 or 3 really good looks. And like I said, she must think there's a lid on the basket. The ball just would not go down for her.
Yeah, but the thing she needs to do is just keep her confidence as Bella goes 0 for 2 right there.
Yep, so Beckley 3 of 6, and actually Bella Staples 3 of 6 at the line, and she missed both of those. Capital working it around the horn, and they throw it away. Here's Beckley on the attack. Abby Dillon from the right side puts up the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. Zokowski does a good job keeping it alive, and she draws the foul. And a nice job just to throw the ball up toward the basket to be able to get to the line and shoot a pair.
Yeah, well, Zokowski's using her athleticism right now. You know, that volleyball was helping her out a little bit. And you're right, Bear. The court awareness to get the ball up on the glass and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, using her size, too. She's probably, as I look around, she's the tallest girl involved in the game tonight, tallest girl out there. And Zokowski, Olivia Zokowski, will shoot 2, and the first one is good.
She nets her first point of the game.
So, Eric, like we talked about, you know, Beckley been struggling from the floor, but here's a way they can cut into the lead by being able to knock down free throws. And the second one is no good, 1 of 2, but there's Bella Staples with the offensive rebound. And we got a jump ball, and the possession goes back to Capital.
Well, Bella did a great job of beating the Capital, the lady Cougar, into the lane and getting a rebound, and Dagon came close to getting to the free throw line again.
Well, you know, Eric, like we mentioned, Beckley's got to the line 8 times and only made 4, 50%. You're going to have to shoot much better from the free throw line when you are struggling to score, you know, from the floor.
Yeah, and that's one thing you can do to keep it real close. You add 4 points to the score. Now they only be down 3.
This is great ball movement by Capital, trying to find an open look against that nice Beckley defense. Beckley back in that zone. Capital working it around the horn.
It seems like Capital's offense is getting a little stagnant against this zone.
Yep, perhaps trying to obviously force Capital into a bad shot. They get the ball in the lane, and they couldn't finish. That shot was no good by Boxley, and Beckley able to clear. Dillon on the move. Nothing there. She backs it back out. Now nice pass to Zukowski right of the lane, off the glass and in. That was a beautiful pass by Dillon and a nice finish by Olivia Zukowski.
And I think Zukowski's probably glad one finally went her way there.
Beckley on a mini 5-0 run have cut that 10-point lead in half to 5. Here's a 3-ball on the right side. Good. Dialing up from downtown is Brown. That's downtown Brown. And we'll have a full timeout. So we will take it with them. 18-10 the lead for Capital, and we'll take this full timeout. You're watching live streaming coverage of girls high school basketball here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. We're 2 minutes, or not quite 2 minutes, Eric, into the second quarter. Biggest lead of the game has been 10 by Capital, and it's been now back up to 8. But one thing we talked about is Beckley. They've been able to get to the line. They've got there 8 times, but they've only made half of them, and that has got to change. They've got to make a much higher percentage than 50% from the line.
And my hat goes off, too, and kudos to Kyra Brown for knocking down that tray, because that was stopping a mini 5-0 run. Beckley was starting to seize a little momentum, and now Capital comes out in what looks like a matchup zone.
They get the ball down low to Cross. They triple team her. Wooten back in the game. Dillon trying to come off a screen. They're making her work. Zukowski will dial up a 3. That's going to be short from the left corner, and the putback is no good. Cross had a good look. She couldn't finish, and here come the Cougars with it. Good job for Beckley to get back in transition. Capital, as we knew, Eric, a very good, very athletic team.
Yeah, very athletic and playing with a lot of discipline right now, too, as well.
And here's a 3-ball from the left corner, no good. But when you get them to miss that 3, you got to get the rebound, and that's ran down by Boxley. Nice pass into the lane. Short shot, no good, but here's Capital getting their third chance, and Boxley will squeeze it and knock it down, and now this will equal the largest lead of the game, a 10-point advantage once again for Capital.
And once again, as you stated, Beckley was not able to secure the rebounds. 3 chances to score.
Nice play by Abby Dillon, little scoop shot left of the lane. So Beckley had a mini 5-0 run. Capital goes on a mini 5-0 run, and now Dillon breaks the run with a left-handed scoop shot left of the lane.
Good-looking drive by Abby Dillon there.
But what you said, Eric, Capital has been very patient, and they have this zone maybe is not what they see night in, night out, but they have really done a good job, and there's a shot missed, but you got to get the rebound. It's a held ball, and possession will turn it back over to Beckley.
Yeah, and Beckley, that's one thing they need to adjust to. They're inducing Capital into some uncharacteristic shots. As you know, they have been having patience, but they're not getting great looks, and Beckley's just not been able to get the defensive rebound.
So Sarah Hopkins will check back into the Beckley scheme of things, as Josie Cross will have a seat. Here's Beckley on this possession trying to cut back into the Capital lead. Bella Staples started tonight, and she's played very well. Zukowski thought about the 3. Now they get it back to Dillon. And I think this is important, too, for Beckley, Eric, to be very, very patient.
Well, they're trying to shorten the game a little bit, and right now they're doing a good job, but the scoreboard's just not in their favor.
Zukowski, head of the lane, puts it on the deck. Nice pass, entry pass to Staples. She fumbled it. They double team her. She puts the shot up, can't get it to go, and we're going to have a foul over the back. That's going to go against the Lady Flying Eagles, and that'll go against Sarah Hopkins, and that's it'll be the 5th team foul on Beckley.
Yeah, Sarah Hopkins got caught going over the back trying to get the rebound that she will be subbed in for here. I think, is that Somalia?
Yeah, Nelson. Yeah.
Nelson's coming in for Bella Staples.
Yeah. Like I said, Nelson, very, very athletic.
Yeah, she gives them a little more height, too, and she runs the floor really well.
She's got a lot of spring in her step. So here comes Capital on the attack. Here's a three dialed up from the left side. It's no good. Battle for the rebound, and Beckley's Abby Dillon comes out of there with it. Dillon races it up the floor. Trying to get the ball to Zukowski in the low post. They try to. The ball's thrown away, and here comes Capital. They get a run out. And nice job by Beckley to get back in transition. Here's a three on the left side, no good. But an offensive rebound, and the putback is, again, no good. And Nelson able to clear. That offensive putback was no good by Sales. Back the other way comes Beckley.
But it seems like Capital, I'm not keeping that stat, Maris, but it's probably 2-1 rebound.
Oh, easy. Once again, trying to get the ball to Zukowski. They do. We've got a whistle. What do we got?
The jump ball, and it's going to be in Capital's possession here. The right idea by the Lady Flying Eagles trying to get it in, but Capital's doing a good job defensively getting their hands in the passing lane and making it real difficult to enter the ball in the post.
So Cross will check back into the game, and Nelson will have a seat. And Capital really in no hurry. Like I said, even though Beckley has slowed the pace down, Capital has been very patient attacking the zone. Trying to find the soft spot in the zone. Here's a drive. We count if it goes, and that's a blocking foul. The basket should count by Toombs. And we've got this here on the instant replay as we watch this play, Eric.
Yeah, I think Toombs does a great job of driving. It's a good call by the ref. Hopkins was a tad late getting there, and Capital will get to the free throw line with the hoop and the harm.
Brown trying to polish off the three-point play, and she does. Capital's made 3 straight free throws, and Capital tonight has made 5 of 7. And with that free throw made, this 11-point lead now is the largest lead of the game.
And that's Kyra Brown's 10th point of the half.
And, Eric, here we are, 2.5 minutes to go till halftime, and Beckley has grinded and struggled really to get the 12 points that they have.
And then most of them, they've only made 4 field goals in the first half.
4 field goals and 4 free throws. They get the ball down low. Cross, nice finish left of the lane. Cross, a good-looking player.
Yeah, she is. Has a big upside, nice soft touch, and she finishes.
Yeah, I like how she plays really around the basket. She has, as you mentioned, nice soft touch around the hoop, and that's how you need to finish. But that's what Beckley needs to do. They need, as they get the turnover, they got to put together some back-to-back stops, and then when you get the stop, Eric, you got to be able to score out of it.
Yeah, you have to be able to do something with it, and as Capital looks like they're going to extend the pressure here, and someone's needs to really stay back and help Abby out. Maybe get a high ball screen, a little roll to the basket.
Maybe just try to run Zukowski down in the low block as Beckley turns it over. So Beckley, that's a really poor possession. You don't even get a shot.
Yeah, and that's just one of those possessions that will make a coach turn as gray as I am. Just one of those unforced errors.
Well, anytime you're trying to make a rally, you cannot have turnovers. There's an air ball. That shot is by Kiera Brown, and that shot is no good and out of bounds back over to Beckley. But Beckley is playing shorthanded tonight. No Maddie Belcher, no Letitia Creasy. Once again, no Adriana Law. So they're definitely without 3 of their key components.
Yeah, and that's true. But like you said, with absence comes opportunity. And right now they're just not finishing around the rim. But this Beckley team is really, really battled.
And that's what you hope, Eric, that maybe as far as Beckley's concerned, as they turn it over. And here's Capital. Can they get a layup out of it? There's a travel. The main thing is even though Beckley is playing them tight now, and I say tight, it's a 9-point game, how will this affect Beckley moving forward into the second half?
Yeah, because once you get more pieces to the puzzle, you'll be able to plug and play, and this will give the coaching staff, situational stuff. Well, Hopkins played well here, and Zukowski played well there. So it's one of those things that you have to just moving pieces.
And there's a steal, a hoop in the harm. So Capital able to get the steal with the full court pressure, able to get a bucket by Boxley, and she got fouled in the process and will get to the line to try to extend Capital's lead. Capital's made their last 3 free throws. This is on its way by Boxley is good. Capital is 6 of 8 at the line. I beg your pardon. Yep, they are 5 of 8 at the line, but they have the largest lead of the game right here. And here comes Capital. They extend the zone. They want to get the ball out of Abby Dillon's hands, and they do. And Wooten throws it away. Capital, they got numbers. Here's a run out, right of the lane, easy layup. And right now, you just don't want this game to get away from you if you're Beckley here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, and as the longest lead of the game at 14, and it's been Beckley 3 straight turnovers without getting a shot up.
So Capital's doubled them up, and here comes another turnover. Good job by Wooten to get back, but Capital gets another easy layup right of the lane, that by Sales. And look at that area. That's 3 straight baskets here in the last, 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
Yeah, and they were able to turn, a manageable lead for Beckley into a big double-digit lead.
Dillon missed the shot. Zokowski got the rebound. Her shot's no good. 15 seconds for the half. Capital. And will they hold it for the final shot? They probably will. We're under 10, getting to the rim. Nice finish right of the lane by Boxley.
That is Boxley's 9th point of the quarter.
And Capital will finish the half on a 9-0 run, and they'll take their longest lead of the night into the locker room. It's Capital 32, Beckley 14. We'll take a break, come back, and recap the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of girls basketball here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Powersports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Powersports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Powersports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome back to Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Boland producing and directing, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. He is on camera and also providing security here for Video Productions at the game site. Well, Capital enjoys their largest lead of the ball game. They have an 18-point lead at 32-14. Capital has led the entire way. They got off to a good start. They led 8-1, and they built that lead to 15-7 at the end of the quarter. Beckley had cut into the lead to cut it to 5 at one point at 15-10. But since then, it's been a big run. It went from 15-10, and then Capital closed the half on a 9-0 run to take a 32-14 halftime lead. We'll take a halftime break. When we come back, Eric will give you team and individual totals as you're watching live streaming coverage of girls basketball here on Video Productions.
Important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Welcome back to Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Andrew Boland producing and directing, Nick Eskins on camera, and at the break, Capital in front 32-14. So for the numbers, team, and individuals of the first half, here's Eric.
Okay, Maris, the dominance that Capital shown on the scoreboard really reflects in the shooting. Capital shot 10 of 27 from the field. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line, but they were 3 of 9 from three-point range. The Lady Flying Eagles shot 5 of 22, and they were 4 of 8 from the free throw line. So no threes. They were 0 for 4 from three-point line. Leading the way for Capital Cougars is Kyra Brown. She has 10 points. Talea Boxley has 9. All 9 were scored in that second period where they were able to extend the lead. And they have Natalia Sells coming in with 7. The leading scorers for Beckley is Josie Cross with 4 and Bella Staples with 3. All 3 points coming from the free throw line.
And Capital's led since the opening tip. And like I said, Beckley had made that one run, had cut it to 5 when they trailed 15-10. But since that point, when Beckley was down 15-10, they only scored 4 more points the rest of the way. And they got outscored 17-4 to finish that second quarter and close out that first half.
Yeah, and that run late was fueled by the play of the defensive Capital, because the Lady Flying Eagles were just not able to get it into their offense there late in the second quarter because they extended the defense a little bit. And just not really getting any shots on the go, and that reflects with the 14 points.
And, Eric, it was 23-14, so it's a 9-point lead, and that's 3 full possessions. And then right there toward the end of the first half, I don't know, maybe the last minute and a half, that it went from 9 to 18, so Capital was able to double the lead in a real short period of time.
Yeah, they were, and it was just that last spurt, a little bit of spurt, that really extended the lead. And it's going to be real tough for the Lady Flying Eagles to dig out of this hole because, as you stated, against University, you only had 16 points at halftime, and they're right on pace, in this game, just not shooting the ball very well.
So with that, we'll take another halftime break, and we'll come back and get you ready for the second half. At the break, Capital with their largest lead. They're in front, 32-14. You're watching live streaming coverage of exciting girls high school basketball right here on Video Productions.
Name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bank at City.
Our first half of recap was brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. And tomorrow, that's where we'll have our pregame meal, Eric, when our group will be over to Coal City when we do the Independence and Mount View game. Also, we appreciate WinterWorld. Make plans right now for spring. WinterWorld's getting backed up, and you want to be able to place your orders now so they can get to you when the weather does turn much warmer. Well, Eric, we're about a minute away or so starting the second half. Beckley in a hole 32-14. The keys to the second half brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. And you go see the fine folks at Beckley Auto Mall, Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, or John Fornash, and they'll get you the keys to the vehicle that will fit your budget. So, first of all, Eric, if you're in the Capitol locker room, Coach Cunningham, what are you telling your team?
Well, you're telling your team to just keep doing what you're doing. You're being very patient on offense, and getting the shots you're wanting. Just get some more to fall and extend this lead.
And of course, if you're Coach Brian Neighbors,
protect the ball, make shots. The flip of the side of the coin for Capitol. They're just turning it. You making just simple mistakes, just some unforced errors or whatever.
But, Eric, I think you would agree the Beckley problem wasn't strategy in the first half. They just could not make shots. And when the ball goes in the basket, a lot of other good things happen.
Yeah, that's correct. And they got good looks early, Lady Flying Eagles did, but just didn't, get any of the looks to get the looks to fall.
So we're ready to start the second half. This is the biggest lead of the game right here at 18, 32-14. Capitals led all the way. They scored the first 3 points of the game. They got out in front 8-1. It was 15-7 at the end of the quarter. Closest Beckley got in that second quarter, they'd cut it to 5 at 15-10. Then Capitol had ballooned the lead. Actually, they got the lead to 23-14 and then ballooned the lead there. They scored the last 9 points of the half to take it from a 9-point lead to an 18-point lead, as Beckley will have the ball, as Bella Staples will set to put the ball in play as we're ready to start the third quarter. Looks like Capitol's going to come out maybe in a trapping zone here, Eric.
Yeah, and their intention is to get the ball out of the primary ball handler, Abby Dillon. So they're really just trying to make someone else create a shot.
And Beckley throws it away on the first possession. Capitol on a run out. Beckley does a good job getting back in transition. Here's a nice shot at the basket, but it's too strong. And Sokowski clears the rebound. That shot was put up by Toombs. Here's Hopkins with an open look for three, in and out, and that's just the kind of night it's been as Sokowski gets the rebound, and they call a jump ball. It looks like she came down on her hip. Looked like the Capitol defender was on her back, and they just call a held ball. But that's just been the kind of night it's been for Beckley. That was a good look as we watch the instant replay. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute, but back the other way is Capitol with the ball. But Sarah Hopkins had a real good look and just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, good look, nice form, good rotation, just rimmed in and out. It's been that type of night.
Here's a three ball dialed up by Capitol, front of the rim, no good, but once again an offensive rebound. Brown has the offensive rebound, nice play by Cross. Back the other way comes Beckley with Abby Dillon. Shaking and baking, Sokowski on the trail, attacks the rim, left of the lane, off the window, in and out, heartbreak, and Beckley knocks it out of bounds. That's the kind of night it's been. Sokowski did a good job, Eric. Didn't settle for the three, put it on the deck and couldn't get it to go as we watch the instant replay on that previous three ball.
Yeah, Cross gets a good, not Cross, excuse me, Hopkins gets a good look.
And look at the girl from Capitol. Looks like she's right over top of Sokowski's back.
That was a jump ball.
Well, Eric, we always say there's 150 referees in the building. Only 3 of them count. And, of course, they don't have the benefit that you and I have with, video productions with the instant replay. Here's a three dialed up for Capitol on the left side. It's short. And Bella Staples clears the rebound on that miss by Skylar Bishop. And then they turn it over, and Capitol able to get a layup out of it, and now the largest lead of the game right here at 20 points.
And that was Kyra Brown with her 12th point of the day.
And Coach Neighbors wants a timeout. It's a full. We'll take it with them as it's a 20-point Capitol lead, and you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community.
Hey, we welcome you back to Beckley out of the timeout, Eric. Beckley, their biggest deficit, down 20, and they have the ball. And once again, Capital doing a good job trying to get the ball, and they do successfully get the ball out of the hands of Abby Dillon.
Yeah, and you just have to be really, really strong as Abby gets a shot up, another rim out.
Nice job by Cross, but couldn't finish. Cross had a good look, and Dillon missed the 15-footer. Back the other way comes Capital. And Capital gets a shot, and there we got a whistle, and we got a jump ball. And that'll turn it back over to Beckley.
That'll be possession Beckley, yes.
So I think right now, Eric, I think if you're Beckley, forget the score. Just try to chip away just a little bit at a time. But when you get stops on one end, you've got to be able to score back on the other.
Yeah, they just need to get something positive going, like making a basket.
Well, you know, it was 23-14 with about 4.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Beckley hasn't scored since, so you're talking about 4.5 and almost 3 minutes. That's almost 7.5 minutes. That's almost a whole quarter since Beckley's even scored, and I'm not talking about just from the floor. I'm talking about just any kind of scoring at all.
Yeah, that's definitely a drought as they get a 5-second
a
call out of the out-of-bounds play.
And you got to think, you know, where's the offense going to come from? Who's going to heat it up? And I know Coach Neighbors has been searching for answers, but they've got good looks tonight, Eric. The ball just has not gone in the basket.
Yeah, just not getting anything to fall. The 4 shots that they've shot this quarter were great looks.
It's a nice give and go and a nice finish, and the little bounce is able to go for Toombs. She's a double-digit scorer, biggest lead of the game right here, 36-14. It's a 13-0 run for Capital going back into that second quarter. Back the other way come the Cougars. They got numbers. And there's a bounce pass and a good job by Cross, good hustle to get back and knock that ball out of bounds. But, yeah, Eric, we're almost 3 minutes here in, into the third quarter, and Beckley hasn't scored, and you go back probably another 4.5. It's been almost a full quarter in game clock since Beckley has scored. Drive to the basket, nice defensive play that time by Cross.
Yeah, Cross did a good job of help side defense and getting the block.
Here's Wooten with a nice bounce pass to Zokowski. She spins, shoots with the left hand, a nice touch. And that finally breaks the run from Capital. Zokowski able to finish in the lane with the left hand.
Yeah, that was a good-looking spin move and nice lefty shot there.
Nice take to the rim, but you couldn't finish that time was Capital Brown. And Cross comes out of there with it. Over to Zokowski. 3-ball from the left side, no good. But Wooten in there with a rebound and puts up the shot, and it's rejected right into the hands of Zokowski. She missed the bunny, but right there is Bella Staples to draw the foul and get to the line.
Yeah, Bella does a great job on the offensive glass. And this will be her 8th free throws of the night.
So Beckley just 4 of 8 at the line, and they've all been attempted by Bella Staples. And she'll get an opportunity to shoot a pair here. And the first free throw is on its way and good. So Bella Staples has made 5 of 9 at the free throw line. And she'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. We're about halfway through the third quarter. And Beckley has yet to have a field goal in this quarter, as Bella Staples able to make the second free throw, so she got them both.
Yeah, they've made one field goal. Olivia Zokowski
I beg
made
your
the
pardon.
lefty.
You're right. Zokowski has made that one little putback with the left hand, so I do apologize for that. That's why we got my partner helped pick me up there.
Yep, that was but the lid had been on the basket. They were 0 for 8, 0 for 7 going into that make by Zokowski.
So Beckley able to cut the lead into 18, but they got to get stops. But not only do they got to get stops, as I mentioned before, they've got to be able to score when they get the ball. And here is Capital. Nice drive to the basket, a lot of contact, no whistle. Bishop into the lane. Here's a 3 ball on the right side, too strong. They battle for the loose ball. It's free, and Capital will throw it away.
Beckley has a chance to garner a little bit momentum if they can get some offense, get a score. Either they can cut it to 16 or.
Yeah, Beckley's been
15.
down as many as 22. And I know that may not seem like a lot, like you said, Eric, if they can cut it to 16. If they can hit a shot here, Zukowski puts it on the deck, gets to the rim, puts up the short shot. No good, but there's Bella Staples, and she's been big for Beckley off the glass. And she'll get back to the free throw line.
She does a good job on the glass. Just got to get a couple to fall, but she's battling.
So here comes free throw, 11 and 12 for Bella Staples. And she has made 6 of 10 at the line. And she'll shoot 2 more. So Bella Staples battling on that offensive glass, and the free throw is no good. So Beckley / Bella Staples in this game, Eric, is 6 of 11 at the free throw line. And the second shot is on its way, and it's good. She makes 1 of 2. 7 of 12 is Bella Staples at the line. Bishop dials up a 3. Too strong. Battle for the rebound, and Bishop able to get the loose ball in the corner. Nice little floater down the lane, contact. What do we got? We got an offensive foul. Good job by Beckley, able to take the charge.
Yeah, Zukowski stood in there and took one straight to the chest if you want to get this instant replay here.
On the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Yeah, she does a good job stepping in, stepping up, and clearly a charge.
Good job by Olivia Zukowski.
A little momentum by the Lady Flying Eagles here.
The crowd trying to get Beckley in it as Wooten drives to the basket and can't finish. Back the other way comes Capital. And Wooten comes up with a steal.
She's really, really fast with the ball.
Yep, can she finish as we've got a foul on Capital on the drive. As we watch the instant replay on the little general instant replay here. Nice job by Wooten.
I think Wooten with the steal. I think she got bailed out a little bit here with the foul.
Yeah, she might have got away with the travel on that as Somalia Nelson will check in and Zukowski will have a seat. Also for Capital, Kara Brown into the lineup. So Beckley on the foul will inbound the ball under their own basket. Dillon will dial up a shot. I thought her foot was on the line. And, it doesn't matter if the shot didn't go in. And Nelson not able to finish on the putback. Capital comes back the other way. Here's an open look for 3, short, and Wooten there for the rebound.
Yeah, the lid has gone on the basket for Capital. They've been stuck on 36 here for a while.
But, you know, Eric, with the lead they have at 17, they can afford to miss a few shots.
Yeah, it's
nice
a good
bounce pass
there.
And Nelson able to finish. Somalia Nelson left to the lane as Abby Dillon makes a nice bounce pass, and Capital will take a timeout. We'll take it with them, a full timeout. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Back with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, just a few minutes ago, Capital had their largest lead at 22. Beckley's went on a little 7-0 run, and they've cut the lead to 15, got a little momentum.
Yeah, they got a little momentum. They're doing it by on the offensive glass, finally getting some shots up, and Bella Staples is doing a good job, and Olivia Zilkowski, who was checked back in for Bella Staples, they've both done a great job, keeping the ball alive and getting some shots up.
And Eric, don't you find it odd that Beckley, all 12 free throws came from one person? Bella Staples has shot all 12,
Well, I
right?
checked that. No, she shot 10.
She shot 10?
Olivia Zukowski shot 2.
Shot 2. I beg your pardon. Once again, you need to pick me up. Excuse me.
But 10 free throws is a lot, for.
Here's a drive off the dribble. Nice dribble drive and a finish right of the lane by Maya Toombs. So out of the timeout, Capital able to break that 7-0 run. Zilkowski with it. Dillon had a look. She'll get into the lane, put a little floater up, and can't get the shot to go in. Good job by Somalia Nelson, but they'll say it's a held ball, and the arrow is in Capital's favor.
Yeah, Abby's playing a good floor game. Abby Dillon just can't seem to get a shot to fall as she's stuck on 2 points.
So here comes Capital back the other way. And, Eric, you think we already knew Beckley was shorthanded. We already knew how good and talented Capital is. So you figure Beckley's had to have probably double digits out of Abby Dillon to have a realistic chance to win the game.
Yeah, and definitely she does a good job of running the offense, but she also has some offensive firepower, some offensive punch, much needed scoring. And if she's unable to not get in the double digits, it will be a long night for the Lady Flying Eagles.
So there's a Beckley foul. So it'll be a couple of free throws for Capital, and the first free throw is good. And at the line is Sales. She makes the first of 2. And Beckley will now bring in Sarah Hopkins. We'll check into she'll come in now. And Wooten will have a seat. But Beckley will be on the road on Friday night, Eric. They'll be at their rival Greenbrier East up in Fairleigh. And Sales makes both of them and gets the lead back to 19. Biggest lead's been 22. It's at 19 now. Lukowski trying to get the ball down low. It's knocked out of her hands, and Beckley able to maintain possession.
Yeah, she had Nelson open right there, and once again, a bounce pass would be a great entry pass.
Nice drive by Dillon, and off the window, right of the lane. So if you're Capital, let's see if you'll hold it for the final shot. You've got a 17-point lead. You probably don't want Beckley to have another opportunity at it, but I know teams don't really play this way, Eric. If, they get a look at the basket, they take it, and they turn it over. Nothing there for Beckley. Now Dillon open for 3 on its way. Splashdown! Abby Dillon reigns a 3. This is the closest Beckley's been since going back into the first half, down 14 from being down 22 into the lane, and there's going to be an offensive foul on Capital with just ahead of the buzzer with .1.
And that will be on Kyra Toombs, and I think that was Zilkowski again. If you want to get this on the instant replay here, Maris, the Little General instant replay, she does a good job of stepping in once again, and that's clearly a foul there.
So that's the end of the third quarter. You cannot get a shot off with .1. So at the end of 3, your score is Capital 40, Beckley 26. We'll come back for the fourth quarter as you're watching live streaming coverage of girls high school basketball here on Video Productions.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask Ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. As we ready to the fourth quarter, Eric, we watched the Chick-fil-A instant replay of this Abby Dillon 3-ball.
Yeah, she dials it up, finally getting back-to-back buckets to fall. And if Beckley has any chance of coming back and cutting more into this lead, they will need a little more scoring out of Abby Dillon.
Yeah, Beckley finished that third quarter on a 12-4 run to cut the 22-point lead down to 14 as we start the fourth quarter. So 22 points, 36-14 was the biggest lead. It's 40-26 now. Beckley has never led in the game, and Capital's led from the get-go. So Beckley will have the possession to start the fourth quarter as Bella Staples will get set to put the ball in play. And I think this is a really big possession, Eric, to start the fourth quarter that Beckley can maybe get their way, chisel their way back into the lead.
Yeah,
or cut into the lead.
Cut into the lead and really keep this old momentum going and not go stagnant for 7 minutes.
And they turn it over. Yep. Back the other way, Capital. Taking it to the basket, left of the lane, and a nice finish that time by Kara Brown. Well, that really hurt. You turn the ball over, and then you give up a layup on the other end. Dillon down the lane, over to Zokowski. 10-footer right of the lane. Zokowski knocks it down. Nice shot by Olivia Zokowski. Nice soft touch. But now, as you know, Eric, into the fourth quarter, you can't trade baskets with them.
Yeah, you definitely have to continue to play tough, hard-nosed defense.
Here's Capital. Beckley cuts off the drive. Brown on the move, and we got a Beckley foul, and I think it'll get Nelson for the foul.
I think on the push here, on the dribble drive, and that will be just the first team foul or second team foul of the second half for the Lady Flying Eagles.
So here's Capital inbound on the baseline. They get it in. Here's a little floater left of the lane, no good, and Dillon comes out of there with the rebound. That shot was put up by Toombs, and here's Abby Dillon. Zokowski thought about the three, gets the ball down low to Staples. Good move, and she couldn't finish, and she'll draw the foul. Nice job, and Bella Staples has really played well in the low post here tonight for the Lady Flying Eagles.
It looks like she's developing some post moves. She turned to her strong shoulder there and was able to get up and get to the free throw line. So this will be her 12th attempt.
Yeah, 11 and 12 coming up here. Out of the previous 12, she has shot 10 of them, and Zokowski shot 2. But you got to make them when you get up there, and she gets the roll the first one.
Right now she's 7 for 11.
Trying to cut it to a 12-point game, and she cannot. Beckley was down as many as 22. They've cut it to 13. Here's a drive right of the lane. Shot up, no good by Toombs. Beckley has it with Dillon. Dillon races up the floor. Dillon to the basket. Left of the lane and finishes. Nice play by Abby Dillon. Beckley within 11. They've cut that lead in half from being down 22 now to down 11. Capital with it. Into the lane. Good defense by Zokowski. Here's Bishop dialing up the three. Too strong. Nelson clears the rebound, and that's a foul on Capital, and that's free throw time, Eric.
It's 1-1.
Right, so with 6:13 left in the game, Capital over the limit as we watch this last instant replay with this Dillon to the basket on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
No, this is on the three, on the miss, and Nelson was able to get the rebound and was fouled from behind, and now it's time to cash in.
So it should be 1-1. That's the 17th foul.
Yeah, I think they're.
And now they've got it figured out, and it'll be someone other than Bella Staples or Olivia Zokowski getting to the line, Eric, will be Samala Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson, these are big free throws to really try to cut into this lead and get it to
We'll get it to single digits. That's right. And the free throw is no good. But Zokowski clears the offensive rebound. And what do we got?
A jump ball.
Jump ball over to Capital. Well, you and I both said into single digits at the same time. So whether it's Concord University or college, our math was right on cue on that one.
That's for sure.
Beckley going to extend the pressure a little bit. And Beckley's only committed 2 team fouls, so they can be a little aggressive as Dillon almost got the steal there. And we got a timeout for Capital, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Want to let you know that we appreciate all of our sponsors, including Window World. Window World, you want to make plans to call Window World now. If you've got a spring or summer project coming up, you can't wait till spring or summer. You want to get on it now. Window World of Beckley will take excellent care of you. Also, want to give a shout out to Red Roof Inns in Kanawha City. And if you're making plans at any time to go to the capital city for anything there in Kanawha City at Red Roof Inn, you can check them up online at redroof.com. Well, Eric, Beckley has battled down. They've or battled back. They were down as many as 22, and they've trimmed the lead now to 42-31.
Yeah, and the difference in the game right now is they really put a little more pressure and got some shots to fall because they held Capital to actually outscore them 12-8 in the third, and right now they're outscoring them 5-2. So they're doing a good job, and they've missed 2 free throws. They could be even closer than
what they are.
But they are now.
And out of the timeout, Capital gets a layup. They scored out of their last timeout, and they score out of this one as well.
That was Kiara Brown getting her first 2 of the night.
Nice finish. Now Capital back in that zone. Ball is kicked, and it will stay with Beckley as they reset the shot clock, right? Oh, my bad.
I said that. Ring it up.
Yep. So here's Beckley with it.
Yeah, running a little set here.
Trying to get Dillon free. Nice little floater left of the lane. Dillon starting to warm up now.
I think she may have hurt us, Mariners.
She might have. Here's a take to the basket. A little short shot right of the lane. No good by Capital's Sales. And Zokowski comes out of there with it. Back to Dillon. And that's a smart play by Dillon. Nothing there. Bring it back out and set it up. And she has her pocket pick. That's a great defensive play by Brown. And Brown able to get the steal and go in and finish.
Yeah, somebody might want to call the cops because Brown just stole something.
Yeah. That was a nice heck of a defensive play.
Yes,
it was. But the thing I like about the play of Abby Dillon, things like that don't, and now Beckley turns it over, but plays like that really don't get her down. She just keeps playing through, and that's a good foul because you don't want to give up the layup as we watch the instant replay.
Yeah, that was Abby's dribbling, and she got her hands in the lane. Brown did on the crossover and the easy layup. And back-to-back turnovers has pushed this lead back to 13 with a chance to add to it.
Right. Kara Brown at the line. Averaging 15 a game. She'll shoot a pair. What she got tonight, Eric?
16 at the moment.
So she's a point over her average, and the free throw was up and in.
And she's really been a run stopper, Mares. You know, every time there's been a Beckley cutting to the lead, she's gotten a point.
So here comes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity, and it's on its way, and it's good. So both of them are made. And the lead back to 15. Largest lead has been 22. Beckley has got it down, and let's see what we got. We've got a whistle, and I think we're going to have a timeout, and we will. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. With 4:48 remaining in the game, Capital up 15. You're watching live streaming coverage of girls basketball here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Boland producing and directing. And the heavy hitter, Nick Eskins, is on camera. And it's a out of the timeout. It'll be Beckley's ball. They trail by 15. Biggest lead has been 22. And Beckley's Bella Staples will inbound on the far side.
Right here, that was a good timeout, Maris, because you really need a bucket and not a turnover.
Yep, well, and you're going to have a foul on Zukowski. That's only the fourth team foul on Beckley, so it'll be a common foul, and Capital will inbound right here in front of us. So Capital set to inbound the ball. Skylar Bishop to put it in play. This has been impressive for Capital, as there's a nice drive to the basket and a block on Wooten, and that'll be 2 shots. But, you knew Capital, even if Beckley was at full strength, Eric, Beckley knew this was going to be difficult because Capital had beaten Beckley earlier back in December, beat them by 18. I thought they said that one referee had indicated 2 shots, but now they can say it's on the drive, not on the shot.
So that was just a common foul, and
Yep.
It's only the 5th foul, so they still can play aggressive.
They get the ball inside. Good defensive play by Zukowski. Another rebound, another short shot by Capital, and they're not able to convert, and it goes out of bounds over the back.
Capital made missed 2 short shots there, so Becky's still able to hang around.
Well, we're getting down to, halfway of this fourth quarter. Becky's going to have to make a run. Nice head fake, left-handed shot by Zukowski, no good, and Staples had it for a minute. Back the other way is Capital. 3 ball on its way, splash down by Kara Brown. An 18-point advantage now for Capital. And it seems like, and you mentioned, Eric, there's a turnover. It seemed like every time Beckley got close, Capital was able to pull back away again. They got numbers. Beckley gets back pretty good. And now it's 5-on-5. Drive to the basket, shot hits up underneath the basket.
A lot of contact on that one.
Dillon goes coast to coast. Whole lot of contact there and no foul. Wow.
Letting them play, I guess. Letting them play.
That was definitely a foul. And these referees have done a good job. But Dillon went hard to the basket. And there was a lot of contact and no whistle, as it'll be Hopkins and Cross back into the Beckley scheme of things, as Wooten and Nelson will have a seat. Olivia Zukowski will inbound underneath Beckley's basket. Dillon calling for a pick. Comes off of that pick, gets into the lane. They cut her off. And she is fouled, and that's free throw time, as Abby Dillon will get to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Her first opportunity of the night at the line.
Yeah, they're going to get Skylar Bishop on the foul. And I thought it was going to be a tie up there for a second, so she may have had a little more wrist in the basketball. And this will be Abby Dillon's first trip to the free throw line.
Right, and, another thing too, Eric, on the previous play on the drive, I thought she should have been shooting free throws. Yeah. But instead of 2, she'll at least get to the line to shoot 1-and-1, and she's been a very good free throw shooter. Hope I didn't jinx her. And let's see if she can go up there and knock down a pair. And she makes it. I told her before the game that she looks like her dad and plays like her mom, but really I guess she plays like her aunt, who's a girls basketball Hall of Famer here at Beckley.
That's correct.
And she makes them both. But, Beckley's running out of time, though, Eric. You're down 16.
Yeah, they had their chance. It's still not lost now, but they had their chance a couple of times to really get into the lead when it was at 11, and they missed a few.
Capital able to bake the pressure coast to coast for the easy layup, as Sales able to dribble really basically through the whole Beckley team to get that layup.
Yeah, she went coast to coast on that one. Nice-looking drive.
So if Beckley doesn't make a tremendous rally over the next 3 minutes, Lady Flying Eagles are going to lose their 5th straight game. And there's going to be a Beckley foul, and that's going to get Sales to the free throw line.
I think they're going to whistle cross on the foul.
So it won't get any easier for Beckley's. They'll have to go on the road. They'll have to go to Greenbrier East on Friday night. And the free throw is up and in. And getting ready to check in is going to be Kaylin Calger. Checking into the Beckley lineup. And 1 of 2. Staples clears the rebound.
It's going to be a jump ball.
It is a jump ball, and the possession will keep it with Beckley. So right now, both teams are over the limit. As Calger checks into the Beckley lineup, seeing her first action of the night. She did play limited minutes on Saturday against University. And also Boxley will be into the lineup for Capital. Yeah, Boxley's back in there. Beck is Capital, I beg your pardon, Beckley turns it over.
Yeah, they just they go through spells. The Lady Flying Eagles are just being inconsistent with the handle of the basketball, making, just mental mistakes with turning it over.
Both teams are over the limit. And that shot was put up by Kara Brown, no good, but they keep the rebound. Here's a 3 dialed up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Bishop has it, and Capital will be able to have a possession, and they're not going to run clock. They're going to take a shot down the lane, no good. And Cross comes out of there with the rebound. Here comes Dillon, pushes the ball up the floor. Dillon into the lane. They cut her off, and they're going to get her for traveling, I believe, and they will. I mean, she just had nowhere to go.
She had nowhere to go.
They slammed the door on her.
And also, I think her offensive cohort, was right there too. She had no lane to dribble through.
So Dillon will have a seat, and Sarah Hopkins check back into the Beckley lineup as we're coming down to the final 2 minutes of the game. 19-point lead for Capital. The biggest lead has been 22. But as we talked about, Eric, every time Beckley had cut into the lead, Capital was able to extend the lead. Both teams over the limit in fouls. Capital just working clock here, trying to get something to the basket. And there's a wild-looking shot that's out of bounds. It'll go over to Beckley. But you think right now, you just, if you're Capital, maybe just pull them out and spread them out and try to get driving or passing lanes to the basket.
Try to get to the free throw line. But as Capital's going to empty their bench as well a little bit.
Dunlap will check into the game. Selena Dunlap in for Capital. Bolger back in there. Also into the ball game. They scratched off and the coach did this himself as the putback for Beckley's no good. They scratched off the number 3, so there's a 3 out there, but I don't have it on the roster as the shot is an air ball. But the coach did that himself. So apparently the young lady who was on this roster that's wearing 3 is not here, but he didn't tell me or didn't let me know who was going to be wearing 3. So we apologize for that. And let's see.
13
is Hazelwood.
And Joyce check in.
That is correct.
Jayla Joyce.
Right?
Yes.
So here's Hopkins with it. Playing the final minute and a half of this one. Calger will line up a 3. Actually, it'll be a 2, and she knocks it down. So back the other way is Capital. And Calger comes out of there with the steal and gets it to Joyce. 2-on-2. Joyce tacks the basket, lay it up and in.
Hey, instant offense off the bench is Jayla Joyce and Kaylin Calger is able to come in and give us some offense.
And Capital throws it away.
So back-to-back buckets.
So the lead's 15, and Capital's led from the outset, led 15-7 at the quarter, 32-14 at the break, 40-26 after a 3 is Joyce.
Joyce with the drive.
Yep, can't get it to go. And back the other way come the Capital Cougars.
She hustles down trying to make the steal, though.
Yep, that rebound was by Dunlap for Capital. Boxley with it now, and really, Eric, there's probably really no need to shoot. They've got the ball up 15. We play the final coming down to the final 30 seconds of this game. And Capital, as far as the regular season is concerned, Eric, will get out the broom and sweep Beckley up. Beat them by 18 at the Capital City in Charleston. And at least, as of now, a 15-point lead. And looks like Capital is just going to dribble the timeout.
Yeah, and looks like Beckley's not going to commit a foul.
There's no need to. But really, Capital had complete control of this game. They led by as many as 22, and they're going to win it by 15. So final score is going to be Capital 54 and Beckley 39. Capital will raise its record to 6-2. Beckley will have lost now 5 in a row, and they will go to 2-7. Take a quick fourth quarter break. Come right back, and we'll wrap this one up as you've been watching live streaming coverage of girls high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Massey Powersports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Powersports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Powersports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome back to Beckley. Your final score, Capital defeats the Lady Flying Eagles 54-39. Capital will advance their record to 6-2. Beckley will lose for the 5th straight time and fall to 2-7. I know Beckley was shorthanded, but that's just the way it is. And they fought, they clawed, but this is a very good Capital team. And Capital led from the opening tip. As Capital scored the first 3 points of the game, they never looked back. Capital led 15-7 at the end of the quarter. 32-14 at the break, 40-26 at the end of 3, and they win it 54-39. This recap is being brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia, Italiano. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out, and that's where we'll have our pregame meal tomorrow when we're over at Coal City to do the Independence and Mount View game. All right, we'll take a post-game break. We'll come back, and Eric will give you team and individual totals as you're watching live streaming coverage of girls high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, when the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Beckley as we put the final touches on this, put a bow on this, and wrap it up as Capital defeats Beckley 54-39, and Capital goes to 6-2. Beckley's now lost 5 in a row. They fall to 2-7. Final numbers are brought to you by Window World of Beckley, making plans to do a spring or summer project where you need windows. Now is the time to reach out to Window World of Beckley, because you don't want to wait till spring or summer when they're all booked up. So if you're thinking along those lines, you want to reach out to them now. Well, Eric, 15-point win for Capital. They led from the opening tip to the final horn, and you have the team and individual totals.
Yeah, Capital finished 17 of 51 from the field, but 4 of 16 from 3. And Beckley finished 14 of 50, but they made up the difference in their points a little bit. They were 11 of 16 from the free throw line. Leading the way for the Capital Lady Cougars was Kyla Brown. She had 21. Another double-figure score was Natalia Sells with 12, and Talia Boxley chipped in with 9. All 9 of her points came in that decisive second period when they went ahead. And on the flip side, Beckley was led by Abby Dillon, who finished with 13 points. And Bella Staples did a real good job. All her points, she had 8 points and 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Did a good job on the offensive glass, getting rebounds and trying to get back, put them back up. Olivia Zakowski chipped in with 7.
So those are the final numbers of the ball game. Once again, the final score, 54-39. Capital wins it. Tomorrow night we'll be at Coal City. And you can dial us up here on video production at 7:15 for the 7:30 tip, and it'll be Independence boys taking on Mountain View. So for our crew here, for the heavy hitter, our cameraman, Mr. Nick Eskins, for our director and producer, Andrew Bolin, and for Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. It's a 15-point win for Capital. They beat Beckley 54-39. Good night, everybody.